Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you had a good first week of class. It's August 30th right now, and it's the last day of the week. And so I'll be posting more documents this coming week. The first thing, though, I want to mention is thank you to those of you who wrote an email telling me that you were using the fifth edition of the Norton Field Guide to Literature. Some of you, though, are still using the fourth edition. And so what I did was I changed the calendar of readings a little bit. And I did provide page numbers for the fourth edition and the fifth edition. There are some readings that will be modified and cut out completely and some substitutions. And so you should check on Blackboard later today or tomorrow, and I'll have updated calendars and page numbers and readings for both the fourth edition and the fifth edition. So you'll look at the front cover of your book and make sure you know which one you have, and that's what you should be reading. So let me point out to you the fourth edition. Looks like this. It has a 4E at the bottom. The Norton Field Guide to Writing with Readings and Handbook. So you see the 4E. Then the fifth edition. Now this one is called the Custom Edition for Tarrant County College. You might have the custom edition of the fourth also. You can see the 5E on this one as well. Both of them are mostly the same, although readings are different. And so readings of particular essays, not readings within the chapters. So again, later today or tomorrow, go ahead and check Blackboard and you'll see the new page numbers and the new readings for whichever edition you have. I hope you opened week 1 PowerPoint presentations. I have one on the rhetorical situation and another one on pre-writing. Basically, generating ideas in text is another word for pre-writing. And I believe that's the name of the chapter in our book. This first PowerPoint goes over the 5 pieces or components of the rhetorical situation. Now, what is rhetoric? The definition of rhetoric, the original Aristotelian definition of rhetoric from thousands of years ago, means finding the available means of persuasion in any given case. And it originally applied to speeches, and now it applies to writing as well. So when you talk about the rhetorical situation, you're looking at essentially taking a step backwards and looking at the means that you're going to find and ways to get your audience interested in your piece. Not only thinking about your piece, but other pieces that you read. So just to briefly go over with you again, if you haven't read the PowerPoint yet, the 5 pieces of the rhetorical situation are purpose, essentially, why are you writing this? Audience, to whom are you writing? Genre, so which specific type of writing are you doing? Stance, what stand do you take or what attitude do you have toward your topic or subject that you're either reading or writing? And then media and design, how are you presenting this? Obviously, the PowerPoint goes into more depth about those. So that's one thing you should be keeping up with. The next PowerPoint is called, generating ideas in text. That's the pre-writing PowerPoint. So what I've done is I've gone through several of the types of pre-writing and generating ideas that are listed in the book. And notice in both this and the prior slideshow, I have a couple of spaces or places where I provided narration. So when you see the little speaker, you should click on the speaker. You'll notice that I drew a map on slide 5 for about clustering or mapping, free writing, listing, questioning, outlining, keeping a journal. Those are the methods of pre-writing that are most utilized by students. You will be responsible for the others, and you'll want to read slide 9, which is all about the final thoughts on pre-writing. But I won't talk as much about those, and unless you're really interested in doing those, I won't ask you to do those this semester. We will work with some of these types of pre-writing as the semester goes on, because pre-writing, essentially, the prefix pre, of course, means before. So it's before you actually write the piece, before you actually create your draft. And this is starting to get your ideas together. So anyway, if you have any questions about what's coming up this week in terms of reading and writing, let me know. I may be posting another video. I may just have notes. I will create a week 2 folder to put all of those things in. Don't forget my live office hours are Monday from 4 to 6 p.m. and Wednesday from 4 to 6. Also, you can email me at any time. Although Tuesday and Thursday, I have certain hours set aside where I'll always be available on email. If you don't have your book yet, whichever edition, you will need to keep up with the readings, but do read the PowerPoints in the folder fairly carefully, especially if you don't have the book, because we're going to keep moving forward. We're not stopping if you don't have the book yet. This week's readings involve literacy narratives, and that is actually going to be your first paper. You're going to write a literacy narrative. So I'll talk more about that. I'll have information on that. And there are also some readings in the middle of the book about strategies for this particular genre that we're writing. So strategies and how to create that genre. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.